Hi, I am Siddharth. I am here to tell about regression coefficient. Here, first of all, regression coefficient. Regression coefficients are estimates of the unknown population parameters and describe the relationship between the predator variable and the response. In regression, the coefficients are the values that multiply the predator values. The sign of each coefficient indicates the direction of the relationship between a predator variable and a response variable. A positive sign indicates that as the predator variables increases, the response variables also increases. A negative sign indicates that as the predator variable increases, the response variable decreases. The coefficient value response, the mean change in the response given in one unit change in predator. For example, if the coefficient is plus 3, the mean response value increases by 3 for every 1 unit change in predictor. Definition: the regression coefficient is the constant b in the regression equation that tells about the change in the value of dependent variable corresponding to the unit change in the independent variable. If there are two regression equations, then there will be two regression coefficients. First of all, regression coefficient of x on y. The regression coefficient of x on y is represented by the symbol bxy that measures the change in x for the unit change in y. Symbolically, it can be represented as, here we can see the bxy is equals to r into sigma x by sigma y. Here sigma x stands for standard deviation of x, sigma y stands for standard deviation of y. The bxy can be obtained by using the following formula when the deviations are taken from the actual means of x and y. Here bxy is equals to summation of xy by summation of y square. Here, when the deviations are obtained from the assumed mean, the following formula is used. Here, bxy is equals to n into sigma dx into dy minus sigma dx into sigma dy by n into sigma dy square minus sigma dy whole square. Regression coefficient of y on x. The symbol byx is used that measures the change in y corresponding to the unit change in x. Symbolically, it can be represented as byx is equals to r into sigma y by sigma x. In case the deviations are taken from the actual mean, the formula, the following formula is used. Byx is equals to sigma xy by sigma x square. The byx can be calculated by using the formula when the deviations are taken from the assumed means. Byx is equals to n into summation of dx dy minus summation of dx into summation of dy by n into summation of dx square minus summation of dx whole square. Here, with the meaning, the regression coefficient is also called as the slope coefficient because it determines the slope of the line. That means the change in the independent variable for the unit change in the independent variable. Regression coefficient is a statistical measure of average functional relationship between two or more variables. In the regression analysis, one variable is considered as dependent and the other is independent. Thus, it measures the degree of dependence of one variable on other. The regression coefficient was first used to estimating the relationship between the heights of the fathers and their sons. Here we can see the properties of regression coefficient. The important properties of regression coefficient are, the first one is it is denoted by B. It is expressed in terms of original unit of data. Between two variables, two values of regression coefficient can be made. That means x and y. One will obtain when we consider x as an independent and y as an dependent, and the other when we consider y as an independent and x as a dependent. The regression coefficient of y on x is represented as byx, and that of x on y as represented as bxy. The fourth one is both regression coefficients must have the same sign. If byx is positive, bxy will also be positive and vice versa. And the fifth one, if one regression quotient is greater than the unity, the other regression quotient must be lesser than the unity. The geometric mean between the two regression quotients is equals to the coefficient of correlation, which means R. Here R is equals to root of byx into b root into bxy. The arithmetic mean of both regression coefficients is equals to or greater than coefficient of correlation. Here byx plus bxy by 2 is equals to equal or greater than r. Here, the regression coefficients are classified into three types. The first one is simple, partial, and multiple, and the second is positive and negative, and the third is linear and non-linear. Here, regression analysis has wide applications. It helps in find out a cause and effect relationship between two or more plant characters. It is useful in determining the most important yield contributing the characters. It helps in selection of elite genotypes by indirect selection for yield through independent characters. It also helps in predicting the performance of selected plants in the next generation. Commutation of regression coefficient. The regression coefficient can be worked out from the both unreplicated and replicated data. For the calculation of regression coefficient from unreplicated data, three estimates, which is first one, sum of all observations on x and y variables, their sum of squares, and the sum of products of all observations on x and y, that means sigma xy. Here byx is equal to sigma xy minus sigma x into sigma y by sigma y square minus sigma y whole square. Here bxy is equals to sigma xy minus sigma x into sigma y by sigma x square minus sigma x whole square. Here we can see the example. Here the question is given as calculate the regression coefficient and obtain the lines of regression for the following data. Here we can see the table which given the values of x and y. Here in the solution we draw another table which contains x, y, x square, y square, and xy. Here at the down at the bottom of the table we write the total. Here's summation of x, summation of y, summation of x square, summation of y square, summation of xy. By this we find x bar, which is equals to sigma summation of x by n, and y bar summation of y by n. And now we find the regression coefficient of x on y. Bxy is equals to n into sigma xy minus sigma x into sigma y by n into sigma y square minus sigma y whole square. Here bxy is equals to 0.929. The regression coefficient of x on y. Here x minus x bar is equals to bxy into y minus y bar. The regression equation x on y is x equal to 0.929y minus 6.219. The regression coefficient of y on x is equals to is represented as byx. Here the formula of byx is equals to n into sigma xy minus sigma x into sigma y by n into sigma x square minus sigma x whole square, which is equals to which we given the value of byx is equals to 0.929. And the regression equation of y on x is y minus y bar is equals to byx into x minus x bar. Here we can see the regression quotient of y on x is y is equals to 0.929x plus 7.284. And here's the second example. Find the means of x and y variables and the coefficient of correlation between them and from the following two regression equations. Here we in the question they are given the two regression equations, which is 2y minus x minus 50 equal to 0, 3y minus 2x minus 10 equal to 0. By solving these two equations we get the y value. By substituting y value in the equation 1 we get the x value. Calculating the correlation coefficient. Let's assume the equation 1 be the regression equation y on x. Here 2y is equals to x plus 50, y is equals to x by 2 plus 25. Therefore byx is equals to 1 by 2. Clearly from the equation 2 will be treated as regression equation of y on x. 3y minus 2x minus 10 is equals to 2x is equals to 3 by 2y minus 5. Here we can see the bxy is equals to 3 by 2. The correlation coefficient, which is r, equal to root of bxy into byx. Here we find the value of r is 0.866. And the third example is obtain regression coefficient of y on x and estimate y when x is equal to 55. The following, we can see the table given in the question of the values of x and y. And solution, first we want to find the dx and the dx square, dy square and dx dy. Here we find the x bar and y bar values, which is given as 48.25 and 51.57. The regression coefficients of x on y. Here we know the formula of b by x. By solving the formula, the b by x value will be given as 0.942, and the regression equation of y on x is y minus 51.57 is equal to 0.942 into x in x minus 48.29, and the y value we get, and the y equation we get is 0.942 x plus 6.08. We here we substitute the x equal to 55, which is given in the question, and we get the y value, and we got the y value as y is equal to 57.89. By this, I am ending my session. Thank you.